Hi there, I'm Steven Schwager. I'm the garden manager at the Marin Art Garden Center in Ross, California. The Marin Art Garden Center is an 11-acre nonprofit public garden. Today we're going to talk about plants that you might be tempted to plant in your garden, but later down the line you're probably going to regret it. So this grass here is called Carys devulsa, or its common name is Berkeley sedge. It was marketed as a native grass. It is not native. It is highly invasive, and once you have it in your garden, you will not be able to get rid of it. Over the years, quite a bit has been planted here at the garden center, and we feel like we're always in a losing battle to remove it. So here we have an arum italicum, or Italian arum. It produces this white spathe flower. I see this in nursery catalogs all the time. Again, once you've planted it, it's going to self-sow in our climate, and you will have a tough time getting rid of it. It also produces quite a big tuber or bulb, and the only way to eradicate these is to dig them out one by one. So these little guys are seedlings for Mirabilis jalapa, which is also known as 4 o'clocks. They come in a variety of colors, but they mostly revert to a bright hot pink. The seeds are rather large and round, and they have a tendency to roll into cracks. The big issue with this plant is that it produces quite a big tuber under the ground, and once the tuber develops, it's next to impossible to remove them. These 4 o'clocks will grow just about anywhere. Some seeds have fallen in this bed of pure gravel. They've got no water and no real nutrition, but yet they're still sprouting, and if we don't pull them, they will thrive. This pretty white flower belongs to the Allium triquetrum, or 3-sided garlic, or 3-cornered leek. It was brought over as an ornamental from Europe, where it's native to the Mediterranean region, and it has naturalized all over northern California. I've had people ask if they can take some home with them, and I advise against that because it will spread and take over your garden. The only way to remove it is by pulling. Again, you're going to have to potentially dig out big stands of it. It does have a tendency to spread quite aggressively. So these pretty blue flowers belong to Myosotis scorpoides, which is otherwise known as Forgetmenots. The plants in and of themselves are not particularly difficult to remove. However, upon their removal, they're going to leave their seeds behind. The seeds will find their way onto your pets. They'll find their way into parts of the garden where you don't necessarily want the forget-me-nots to be growing, and pretty soon they will take over. They also have a tendency, once they're almost done blooming, to get mildew on the leaf, and they could spread this to other plants in your garden. So I hope you found this information useful. These are 5 invasive plant species that you might be tempted to plant in your garden, but then again, you'll probably regret later. I'm Steven Schwager from the Marin Art Garden Center. Happy gardening.